Well, good evening and welcome for one last time to the charming city of Harare. My name is Erin Holland. Across to my right is my co-presenter Tanvi Shah, and it is our absolute pleasure to bring you the final post-match ceremony from this season of the Zim Afro T10 powered by WinBuzz. What an absolute cracker of inaugural tournament it has been. We've been absolutely thrilled by this wonderful format, cricket's fastest format, and we're so thrilled to have brought it to Zimbabwe. But on behalf of the tournament now, I would like to express our gratitude for the continued support of the President of Zimbabwe, His Excellency Comrade Emerson Mnangagwa. His unwavering support and passion for cricket at large made it possible to bring the T10 global franchise to Zimbabwe. So thank you so much, His Excellency. To the Honourable Minister Dr. Kirsty Coventry, Minister of Sports and Recreation, thank you so much for all of your wonderful support. The Harare Sports Club, my gosh, what an amazing home it has been to us over the last 10 days. Thank you so much to the entire team. To the local law enforcement who kept us all safe and well throughout the tournament. To Zimbabwe Cricket, led by the esteemed board chairman, Dr. Tavengwa Mkhlani, Mr. Givmore Makoni, the managing director, and Dr. Dirk Fillion, general manager. And of course, to T10 Sports Management, thank you so much to the incredible team led by our fearless leader, Rajiv Khanna. Without your support, my gosh, none of this would happen and let T10 cricket spread all over the world through our global expansion. We'd also love to thank our incredible sponsors. You've been with us the entire time: Zim Cyber City, WinBuzz, Keloya, ZTM Prime, Pepsi, Topspin, Killardy.com, Lotus 365, Alubond, Flickr, Sportain, Viacation, Bright Outdoor, Yippee, Fab Furnish, and 360 Degree Communications. And I think it's now time to throw over to my friend Tanvi Shah in a few moments for the post-match presentation for this match that we've just seen, of course, the final. And I believe we're just about ready to kickstart those awards. Let's get over to Tanvi Shah.
All right, Erin, it's been an incredible Zim Afro T10, the inaugural Zim Afro T10. And you know what? Obviously, the Durban Qalandars have won this one, and an incredible tournament for them. We have the post-match presentation ceremony, and I want Erin to tell us a little bit about how her first Zim Afro T10 experience was.
All right, time for the magic awards here. We've got between the Joburg Buffaloes and the Durban Qalandars, of course, Mr. Sam Buzzy, our presentation party, Mr. Atif Rana, Dr. Shafi Ul Mulk, His Worship Mayor of Victoria Falls, Sombeli Dalamini. And it's time now for the magic moment of the match award. It's for US $200 presented by Mr. Sam Buzzy on behalf of the Joburg Buffaloes. And the award goes to Asif Ali from the Durban Qalandars for 2 sixes in a crunch moment of the match. It's our magic moment of the match award. Congratulations to Asif Ali. Certainly was fantastic for the Qalandars at the death there. Next up, we have our Catch of the Match Award. It's for $200 and it's presented by Atif Rana, the owner of the Durban Qalandars. And that award goes to Andre Fletcher, the Spice Man from the Durban Qalandars, to dismiss the very dangerous Tom Banton. Oh my gosh, Spice Man has been in fine form in the field the entire season for the Durban Qalandars. I reckon this is about his 6th or 7th Catch of the Match Award. And didn't he love that celebration today? Love your passion. Well done, Spice Man. All right, we've seen some big hits in this match. It wouldn't be Zim Afro T10 without a few maximums. And that now brings us to the power hitter of the match award. It's for another $200 and it's presented by Dr. Shafi Ul Mulk on behalf of Flickr. And the award goes to Hazratullah Zazai from the Durban Qalandars. Unbelievable up the top of the order today. 43 of 22 balls. He came good when it was absolutely needed by his team. Congratulations, the big Afghanistani international. And our last award is the Player of the Match Award. It's for $200 and it's presented by His Worship Mayor of Victoria Falls, Zombele Dalamini on behalf of Zim Afro City. And that award goes once again to Hasratul Azazai of the Durban Qalandars for his title-winning performance. Strike rate of 195 runs. Thank you so much to our STEAM presentation party. All right, but just before we move on to our tournament awards, I would first like to invite Dr. Tavengwa Muklani, the board chairman of Zimbabwe Cricket, to come forward and share his thoughts on what a revelation the Zim Afro T10 has been this season. Please make him feel welcome.
A very good evening to you, ladies and gentlemen. Let me first start by congratulating the Global T10 team for a successful event and a well-hosted event. And congratulations to the winners tonight. And of course, commiserations to the losers tonight. Let me thank all the participating teams and the franchise owners for being here in Zimbabwe tonight. I want to thank the Global T10 company for a well-organized partnership with Zimbabwe Cricket. Tonight marks the end of the tournament, the first tournament of the T10 format in Zimbabwe and the first in Africa. We are proud as Zimbabwe Cricket to have hosted this tournament, and we are proud as a nation to have hosted this magnificent tournament in the last 9 days. For us as a sport, it goes a long way in dovetailing in what we are trying to do as Zimbabwe Cricket to develop the game of cricket, to popularize the game of cricket. I want to thank the fans who have come tonight to watch the final. They have been here all through the 9 days. They have been fantastic. This is what you expect from cricket. We are going to deliver more tournaments, more cricket, more fun to you. And I believe that tonight you had a game that was worth your money. I want to thank the sponsors for the T10 tournament. Continue to support cricket. I want to thank the Zimbabwe Cricket staff. We have been working with the T10 team that came to Zimbabwe. Once again, thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for being here tonight. And once again, thank you to the fans. Looking forward to a better and bigger T10 edition next season. Thank you and have a good night.
Thank you very much, Dr. Muklani. We so appreciate your support here in the Zim Afro T10, and long may this partnership continue. It's now my absolute pleasure to introduce the man, the myth, the legend, Mr. Shaji Ulmuk. He is our fearless leader here at T10. He's created this cricket's fastest format, and I now invite him on the stage to share his thoughts on how the inaugural Zim Afro T10 has blasted into the world.
Manero Akanaka Kunimi Mose Tinotenda Siabonga Zimbabwe. Good evening, Zimbabwe, and good evening to the rest of the world. We are indeed here watching a historic moment where cricket has come to Africa. Cricket, the T10, flying to the rest of the world, has stopped in Africa, and you can see a most amazing moment here, and the crowd, the people, the cricketers, well done. Thank you, Zimbabwe. Let me start also thank you, His Excellency, our President, who's been always a guiding factor and a pillar of strength, who's always supported the initiative. The Zimbabwe Cricket Board, led by our dear friend Dr. Muklani, and the entire cricketing fraternity, right from, I think we've got more than 25 countries playing here and coming and exhibiting the T10 brand of cricket. Well done, all the cricketers here. And I need to make a special mention of our wonderful franchises. Well played, Joburg, you're very close. Well played, Harare, we're thus close to playing the finals. Well played, Cape Town. Well played, Bulawayo. And very well played, the champion, Durban Qalandars. Well done. The tournament lasting over 10 days has been one of the finest exhibitions of cricket. And I cannot thank enough the wonderful team all around us, the organizers, the support staff, the curators, the members of the media, and every single person involved in organizing the tournament and getting it to the standards we have done. So with that, this is a promise to Zimbabwe and the world of cricket that we will only get bigger and better. Thank you.
Shaji, thank you so much for those wonderful words. It certainly is wonderful to see your dream become reality. But I have to ask you to go back on stage, please, sir. We have Nawab Shaji ul Mulk, the chairman of Mulk Holdings and T10 Sports Holdings, as he makes his way back on stage. Up next, Dr. Tavengwa Mukhalani, Board Director of Zimbabwe Cricket. If you could please join him on stage. We also have Mr. Givmore Makoni, the Managing Director of Zimbabwe Cricket. His Worship Mayor of Victoria Falls, Sombele Dalamini. Mr. Harpreet Singh Reki, Mr. Rajiv Khanna, CEO of T10 Sports. Dr. Shafi ul Mulk. Could also ask Mr. Sam Bazzi to join them on stage. Professor Ashok Chakravarti, Senior Advisor to the Minister of Finance Zimbabwe. Ms. Tendai Mambura, the CEO of Zim Cyber City. Mr. Tafadzwa Madoro. Mrs. Ina Bazzi, and His Excellency Ambassador Christopher Mutsavangwa. Firstly, I'd like to call forward Mr. Rajiv Khanna to award a token of appreciation to Mr. Fungai Shanganya, the head curator of the Harare Sports Club. Let us all please give a huge round of applause to Mr. Fungai and his outstanding ground staff here at the Harare Sports Club. We had a lot of matches in a very short period of time. It was a lot of work for his wonderful team. But I think we can all agree we've had some stellar cricket on some stellar wickets that would stand up anywhere in the world. So congratulations, sir, to you and your team. I would now like to request Mr. Rajiv Khanna and Mr. Givmore Makoni to come forward to present tokens of appreciation for the match officials who have been incredible throughout the entire season. All right, big round of applause please for our brilliant match officials. Roshan Mahanama for officiating as the match referee. We've got Emmanuel Dubé for officiating as match referee throughout the tournament. Ranmore Martinez. Please put your hands together for Inau Chabi. I'd now like to call Bismillah Shinwari onto the stage. A big congratulations and thank you to Foster Mutizwa. Rushira Paliyagirugi. So Roshan Mahanama is going to collect that award on his behalf. Colin Toulouse, officiating as one of our umpires this season. Thank you very much. And last but certainly not least, put your hands together for Percival Cesara for officiating as an umpire. It's not an easy job to be an umpire, but I think they've done a stellar job this season. Put your hands together for all of our match officials. A massive thank you to all of you from all of us here at the Zim Afro T10. Right, we now move on to the tournament awards for the best individual performances as voted by our excellent panel of cricket experts. I would now like to request Mr. Harpreet Singh Rekhi to come forward and to present the cheque to the Ali Bond Emerging Player of the Tournament. It's for $1,500 and a trophy which goes to Tino Tenda Maposa from the Harare Hurricanes. He took 3 wickets at an economy of 13. Congratulations. Plenty of awesome talent seen this entire Zim Afro T10 season. So many of the local boys standing up and putting pressure on our big overseas international players. Congratulations to all of our emerging players. I would now like to request Mr. Givmore Makoni on behalf of Kiloya to come forward and present the award for the best bowler of the tournament for $1,500 and a trophy. And that goes to our local Zimbabwean Brad Evans from the Durban Colunders. He was our leading wicket taker of the tournament, 14 wickets for an economy of 11.25. He certainly was a revelation with the ball for the Durban Colunders. Congratulations to Brad Evans. Up next, I'd now like to request Dr. Tebengwa Mukalani to come forward and present the cheque for the Wooden Buzz Best Batter of the tournament for $1,500 and a trophy, of course, which goes to Tim Seifert from the Durban Colunders. He scored a total of 271 runs at a strike rate of 205. Kiwi international. He had an amazing season. I would now like to request Dr. Shaji Ul Mulk to come forward and present the cheque for the Zim Cyber City Player of the Tournament for $1,500 and a trophy. And that goes to Tim Seifert again of the Durban Colunders, our leading run scorer of the tournament. Keep that applause going. 271 runs. Remains such a consistent top performer for the Durban Colunders all throughout the tournament. Ladies and gents, a big round of applause for our star of the Zim Afro T10, Tim Seifert. He's heading over to Tunby for an interview now.
Tim, the leading wicket scorer of the tournament and so consistent throughout with 271 runs. How special is that for you?
Yeah, it's good. You know, it's always nice to do well for your team, and hopefully doing well, then that makes you win the tournament. But you know, it's never a goal kind of being top of the charts, but hopefully you just do well and whatever happens, happens, and it's always nice to contribute and get the win.
And for a team that kind of had a slow start to now come out and be champions, it's an incredible journey.
Yeah, I mean, look, it's T10 cricket, so anyone can kind of win on the day, but I think we've been fairly consistent throughout the tournament. Obviously, you're going to probably lose maybe a couple of games here and there, just the way that the nature of the game, but, you know, I think that we can take our hats off, and everyone chipped in a few games, so it wasn't just a couple individuals, it was a whole team performance, which was excellent.
And now, obviously, it's your first ever Zim Afro T10 that we had. What was your experience like?
Yeah, I loved it. Obviously, Zimbabwe itself, great place, and the organisers running this T10 tournament, it's been outstanding, and it's been great fun.
And what's the celebration plan tonight with the team?
I think just maybe a few water bottles and early bed.
Water bottles it is. Well, congratulations to the team, and congrats to you as well. Thank you.
Cheers, thank you very much.
Oh, humble as always. Congratulations again to our player of the tournament, to Tim Seifert, our Kiwi international. Just brilliant, up the top of the order for the Durban Kalundars. But now we move on to the team awards. So can I please call for Mr. Shaji Ulmulk, who's already up there on stage, and Dr. Tuvengwa Mukalani to present our team awards. I mean, what an incredible tournament with two great teams fighting it out to make this inaugural Zim Afro T10 final. And I now have the pleasure of requesting the runners-up, the Joburg Buffaloes, to come to the centre of the stage and receive their runners-up medals and the runners-up check. They certainly had a wild ride in this tournament. We called them the Wounded Buffaloes very early on. They were laundering on the bottom of the Zim Afro T10 table, but all of a sudden they got that winning feeling. They won 4 on the trot to land themselves in the Zim Afro T10 final. Incredible effort from the boys. Led, of course, by Mohammed Hafiz, their fearless leader, along with owner Mr. Harish Patel of the Joburg Buffaloes. Now also receiving a check of $50,000 US. A remarkable effort to lead the side to the Zim Afro T10 final. A valiant effort by the Joburg Buffaloes to make it all the way to the Zim Afro T10 final. Congratulations to them. Unfortunately, they couldn't get across the line today because it was the Durban Kalundars who were victorious. So it's now the moment we've all been waiting for. Mr. Shaji Ulmulk and Dr. Tuvengwa Mukalani are going to stay on stage and award our champions, the Durban Kalundars, their winning medals and traditional headwear. May I now please request the support staff, followed by the players, to come and collect their medals on stage. Round of applause, please, for the support staff of the Durban Kalundars. All right, and now it's time to award the champions captain, Craig Irvine, and owner, Mr. Atif Rana, their winning medals, and the rest of the team. What an effort from the Durban Calunders to get across the line today. Right, well, those are the medals, and it's now time to award the champions captain, Craig Irvine, and of course the owner of the Durban Calunders, Mr. Atif Rana, their winning medals, and a check for $100,000 US by Mr. Shaji Ulhuk and Dr. Tavengwa Makalani. Massive effort from them. The Durban Calunders, my goodness, they were just sensational throughout the entire tournament. They led the table right towards the end there, and they dug deep when it mattered most. Big congratulations, of course, led by Craig Irvine, local Zimbabwean boy. Congratulations, boys. I'll get you to head down and chat to Tanvi Shah.
I have the winning captain, Craig Irvine, and Mr. Rana, the winner of the Calunders. I think they're going to bring the trophy here. Is that what you're doing? All right, Craig, I think it was a very special inaugural Zim Afro T10, and winning it for you, how special was that?
Yeah, I don't think I can even put it into words how special it is. You know, the boys put in a massive effort over the last week and a half, and it's nice that it's all paid off tonight.
And you know, like you mentioned, that there was everyone from the team who put their hands up and contributed towards this final win. What was your chat going in today to all the boys?
Well, I think, you know, we've been playing really good cricket throughout the whole tournament, and I don't think we really needed to change anything. I thought tonight, you know, our main players really stood up and got us over the line, which is something that they've been doing the whole tournament. So credit to everybody that, you know, really put in the efforts, and yeah, very special.
And the Calunders, of course, an incredibly successful franchise. I think they believe in a lot of player development as well. Did you see that going in, and did you see that support from the owners as well?
Yeah, certainly. You know, I've watched a little bit of the PSL, and they've been successful in the PSL. And they came up to Zimbabwe a couple of weeks before, and they ran the development program as well. So they've got a lot of investment into their franchise and into their systems, and it's no reason why, you know, they're reaping the benefits, you know, and again winning this tournament.
And why would you say that the team was incredibly successful? What's the strength of the Durban Calunders that really pulled through and remained consistent throughout the tournament?
I think, you know, right from the first day when we all got together, I think everybody really gelled as a unit, and, you know, different guys put up their hands, and I just thought it was a real team performance throughout the tournament. So we weren't just relying on a couple of guys, which, yeah, so very special. I mean, I don't really know what else to say.
And how special was it with Tim Seifert and Brad Evans, both here, one the leading bowler and one the leading batsman, to have them both from your team, and incredible performances right when you needed them? Yeah,
exactly. You know, Tim was outstanding at the start of the tournament, and You know, he sort of tapered off a little bit in the middle, but you know, again, his little contribution tonight I thought was really key, and I've got to give a lot of credit to Brad for the way he bowled, and I think learning a new slow ball midway through the tournament, which brought him a lot of success, and I think that's what the tournament is about.
Well, congratulations, Craig. I'm going to let you go and celebrate with your team.
Cheers, thank you
so
very
much for talking to us.
Oh, I absolutely love that. What passion he has for Zimbabwean cricket, and why shouldn't he? What a wonderful Zim Afro T10 has been. It's now time, of course, though, for the trophy. So Mr. Shaji Ulmuk and Mr. Tavengwa Mukalani, they're now going to present the stunning Zim Afro T10 Champions Trophy to skipper Craig Irvine and owner Atif Rana. All right, boys, get in there. That trophy is all yours. Congratulations to the Durban Kalundas for becoming the first ever champions of the Zim Cyber City Zim Afro T10.